You're listening to the Hustled Up Podcast. We're Holly and Laura, besties since birth, cleaning business owners, multi-passionate doers, and founders of the Hustle Haven, a modern business education and networking collective built for fellow entrepreneurs who crave growth, support, and real connection. Now, we're your go-to girlies for the real side of entrepreneurship. We're covering wins, fails, and the messy middle. So come on in and let's talk branding, booking, burnout, and everything in between. If you're in serious need of tips, tea, total transformation, and that let's freaking go energy, you're in the right place. Grab your earbuds, turn up the volume, and let's hustle up. Hello, friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Hustled Up Podcast. We are your hosts. My name is Holly.
And my name is Laura.
And Laura's finally back this week. Yay! I say that as if you've been gone forever. It was 1 week. Let me calm down.
10,000 years.
10 years later.
I appreciate Holly holding down the fort. And if you guys didn't listen to that episode, you better go do so because I listened to it and it was straight fire. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was definitely fun, but I'm glad you're back. And we have another foyer episode for you guys today. And let me just be the first to say that I'm coming at y'all feeling like I'm going to throw up and shit my pants because there is just a lot of excitement and scary things happening in our business right now. And just things are happening. And being a business owner really does force you to constantly, I feel like, live outside your comfort zone.
Yeah, I literally said that to Holly today. And this is why I'm like, it's so important to have each other, because she came into my office today and was like, I think I'm going to vomit for how uncomfortable I am with all the things going on. And I was like, honey, that's part of being a business owner. When we accepted the fact that we were going to be business owners, we did not realize it, but we were also saying yes to a constant life of anxiety.
Yes. And like taking risks and just, I don't know, change, like constant change, constant transition. At least I feel like in the beginning, when you are in those stages of like growth and you're fast growing, I guess, like you're scaling, you know what I mean? And so maybe one day it'll calm down.
No, because I know how we are. And when it finally does calm down, we're going to be like, we want to start a new business.
What's going to come next?
We want to do something else because that's how we are as people.
We're so annoying. But you know what? If you're totally like, that's me, always want like the next big thing, like, welcome. You are in the right place. So today today's episode comes at a beautiful time because we're going to kind of talk about alignment, right? But even more than that, we're going to talk about how you need to be empowered when things are aligning, right? So, because sometimes like things in your life and your business will align and you won't even know it. Or maybe you'll be too scared to do anything about it. Because I just feel like a lot of people think like when you think alignment, oh, like it's just going to be perfect. Like everything is going to mesh perfectly and go exactly as it should. And in some cases, sure. But in a lot of cases, you need to really find empowerment. And you're going to hear us talk a lot about that today within yourself to make sure that the alignment happens and to make decisions during times of transition. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense because I think everybody waits for ideal scenarios to make big changes, but sometimes you can't. Situations are not always going to be perfect. And if you're always looking for the perfect time or the perfect scenario or the perfect whatever the case may be, you're never going to find it. You're always going to be waiting.
Yeah.
So,
and speaking of this, we have a really big announcement that we're going to wait to tell you guys until the end of the episode.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay tuned if you want to hear that. But for now, we're going to cut to a super quick little break, and then we'll be right back, and let's just talk all about this. Hey, business owners, are you looking for a better way to communicate with your employees? Whether you've just grown tired of your boring, unresponsive email threads, or you're sick of paying tons of money for something like Slack or Connect Team, Discord is your answer, and I'm going to teach you all about it. In the Hustle Haven's brand new course, Discord 101, I am going to walk you through step-by-step on how to create a Discord server for your business. This detailed course features over 90 minutes of video
video content, as well as a bunch of PDF downloads to get your server ready to absolutely slay your employee communications. Get ready to level up your company culture with this free platform. Don't wait any longer. Discord 101 is the course for you.
Okay, we are back. And as Holly said in the intro, we are talking all about alignment, empowerment, and don't forget, super exciting announcement at the end. So, and if you actually, no, I'll wait till the end. I'm going to tell them to drop an emoji on the episode announcement. But if I drop it now,
oh no, yeah, because then they'll drop the emoji without listening.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so you're going to have to stick to the end, but trust me, it'll be worth it. So the main reason we decided to talk about this topic today is actually because of an event that is upcoming. And before I even dive into that, actually, I do have to acknowledge that we have now had 2 meetings of the Heart, which if you don't know what the Heart is, it is our new networking group that we started. We've had 2 meetings so far, and it has been so incredible. Like, better than I could have imagined, would you say, right?
Oh my gosh, amazing. We are definitely attracting the right people. And it's been fantastic. Too small, but powerful and like good turnouts. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but we meshed really well with the people who showed up.
Yeah. I feel like when you say it went well, oftentimes people will think, oh, well, what? You had 20 people or 40 people. No, when I say it went well, I mean, like Holly said, I feel so good about the fact that we are clearly attracting what we're putting out. We're attracting our ideal, I don't even know what you want to call it. It's not a client, our ideal person that we want to network, the people that we want to connect with. That's who has attended so far. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's more of a quality over quantity type of thing in this case, but it has gone so well that we are just really diving headfirst into the whole networking thing in general, which is why we also decided to have our very first networking event. So this is a big event at night. It's called Empower Hour.
So good.
It's so good. We're so excited about it. And what this event is going to be, it's going to be exactly what it sounds, except it's not an hour. It's going to be 3 hours. It is going to be an event geared towards empowering women and men. If men want to come, we never want to exclude, but it's about empowering yourself in life, in business. And this is going to be such a special event. We're having a professional photographer come out, and each person that attends is going to get 4 free headshots, which is amazing.
Amazing.
I mean, that value right there is $200 worth. Yeah. Like, seriously. And he is so incredible.
Good. He's really good. He actually did our headshots that you see all over, well, our branding photos that you see, and our headshots that are all over the Hustle Haven website, and even our Chores More website. You'll see he took all of those photos, and they are just so good, so incredible. And he's just someone who really makes you feel comfortable behind the camera. And we figured having a photographer kind of really plays into the whole empowering thing. You know, like, we want you to feel empowered in front of the camera, and you deserve to have photos of yourself taken to post on your website, your socials, and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a good experience. We also are going to have a guest speaker, and I'm not going to say who it is because I think I want it to be a surprise for when we announce it, but we're going to have one of our good friends who's going to be a guest speaker talking all about mental health awareness for entrepreneurs, because again, something that people don't really talk about often. I feel like it's taboo and it should be talked about more. We're going to have some icebreakers, some delicious food. It's going to be a really, really good time. And I'm just going to drop all the info now for anybody who is local so you can mark it on your calendars. It's going to be August 21st. It is a Thursday from 6 to 9 p.m. So if you're interested, all that info is going to be coming at you very, very soon. But mark your calendars if you're local. We would love to have you. We wanted to bring that up because it also ties into our big announcement at the end that we're going to share. But we wanted to talk about how empowerment, it's not always coming from external sources, right? A lot of times the empowerment, while it's great to lean on your support systems, a lot of time empowerment has to come from within. Because I find, especially with all the big things that we're doing, all the big scary things that we're doing that you mentioned, Hal, it's not going to make sense on paper. A lot of what we do does not make sense on paper.
Most of
yeah.
what we do, we are high on the quick start. Let's not forget. There is no research that gets done by us.
No, we are not high on the researcher. We are very high on the quick start, as you can tell. But I feel like that's because, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's because while we're not always super confident that things are going to work out, we kind of go with having faith over fear and empowering ourselves to push past that fear, that anxiety, that what if it doesn't go wrong? What if we fall on our face? And we kind of empower each other too, because I don't think that I feel like we enable each other, which is a beautiful thing, but we also, at the same time, we empower each other.
For sure, for sure. Like it does start within, but obviously that you're not going to do it all alone. But we do, for the sake of this episode, want to talk about being able to trust your gut and your intuition. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean like blindly doing things that, just, I don't know, like
don't be reckless.
Reckless. Yes. Don't be like us, because sometimes we are reckless.
Yeah.
But it's instead of like just chasing the goal blindly, it's making moves from a space of clarity and feeling the alignment. And I want to talk about the announcement because like that's a perfect example.
We just can, honestly.
Well,
I feel like it ties in.
No.
You want to say that?
Should we? No.
I feel like it ties into what we're talking about.
All right, fine.
I feel like we just need to do it.
All right, soft launch. Soft launch.
Heard it here first, folks.
We are moving. We are moving. So the lease is not signed yet, but literally it just got sent over to me today, and we're going to be working on like negotiations and all that fun stuff, but we are moving. So this is like a crazy story, and that's why we do need to talk about it, because like this is crazy. Like so if you know us personally, you know that we rent our space that we use, but it is literally in my parents' house, like, which is my childhood home. So we have the first floor of their home, and we've been using the space for 7 years now. Like we took over this place literally when we started our business, when we weren't even using it. Like we were using it as a storage room essentially. And as we've grown, we've taken up more space. We've been slowly taking over more rooms. But there have been some things that we didn't love about it. Like, for example, it's in a house, and it's weird telling interviewees when they are coming to go to a house. Or, just in general, giving anybody my parents' home address. I didn't love that idea. We were actually renting a PO box just to be able to like have somewhere on documentation that like wasn't this house, because I didn't want all of our clients knowing where we live and stuff either. So even when you like Google us online, it doesn't have the address on Google, because I just didn't want to give it away. So between that and then also outgrowing it, plus Laura has her own office, but I don't have my own office, which has been a struggle because I just feel like I'm not focusing as well having other people in the office with me. So there were a lot of factors, but even still, we were like kind of willing to suffer. And we thought that we would be here for a very, very long time, because at the end of the day, the employees only come, well, it was once a month, but now it's going to be even less. But like, they're not checking in every day. We don't have a full office every day. So we kind of were just like, okay, like we'll just deal with this. And then this like crazy thing happened, because Laura and I are so high on the quick start. We were driving back from, I don't even know where, we were somewhere, and we saw this sign on a building that said office space for rent. And I was like, Laura, get your phone out and call them. What? Like we weren't even. Like,
I didn't even question it. I was like, okay. And I called them right then and there.
Yeah. Didn't even question it. So he didn't even answer. He was on vacation or something. He called us back like 2 weeks later. We went and looked at it. It ended up not being for us, but it sparked something in me. And I was like, we now need a space for the Hustle Haven, for the heart to be more involved in the community, to have events, to do all of these things. And so all of a sudden we started feeling called to like have a space that we can invite people to, because we're not hosting events here. Like this is my parents' house, and there's not even enough space to do that anyway. So we were like, now we need a space. So I went online just to look at some spaces, and I found a few things. I ended up getting in touch with a Century 21 broker who has been wonderful so far. And he was like, I have this office suite. it's not online, like you won't see it online, but like it's available if you're interested. It's in the village, it's in this prime location, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, oh, okay, let's go look. So one thing led to another. We go tour the space. We bring Ashley with us. If you don't know who Ashley is, she's our like second in command. And she is high on the research and the fact finder, right? And she even was like, we need the space. Like, we just need it. Like, it felt right for everybody who went and looked at it. And then the price was way lower than we were thinking it would be. And there was enough room for everything that we wanted, enough room for offices for Laura and I, a huge room for our employees to help boost morale for them, and a place to have interviewees and people come and hang out. And then even another room for Hustle Haven events. Like, it had everything we needed. And even though there were a few things that weren't ideal about the space, because like not everything is going to be perfect when it like comes to you. It was something where we're like, is this going to work? Is this going to benefit us? Is this what we need to do right now? Are we feeling called to do this? And it wasn't just we want an office for vanity. This is a space right in the heart of the village. It's a huge space. It's a space where interviewees can come in and feel a part of something big, and our new employees and our old employees. And it's a place where we can have Hustle Haven and heart events. And so I feel like I was actually the most like, I'm nervous about this. I don't know. Right?
You were like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Ashley and I were more like, no, this is the space. Mm-hmm. This is the space.
And I was not empowered enough to make the decision, but Laura and Ashley both felt called to it and empowered. And it did really start within, and it started with them having enough faith and confidence in our business to do this, because you don't sign a 5-year lease not knowing where your business is going or not knowing what's next for you, right? Like, so again, it's not blindly making a decision. It's not blindly like chasing this, but is it something that maybe we didn't like need to do? I'm using air quotes for people who aren't watching. Like maybe we didn't fully need it, but it feels right. And it was a perfect opportunity for a perfect time. And we started to feel aligned with the opportunity. And we didn't do all of the fact finding. Like, it's not like we called our bookkeeper and we're like, okay, we need to crunch every single number and figure out how to make this work. It's impossible to do that as it is anyway. Business is so unpredictable. But there's enough confidence and there's enough empowerment within her and within now me and within Ashley to know like, oh, we're going to make moves and grow this business. And like, maybe it'll be a little bit of a financial hit in the beginning, but not for long.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why we wanted to talk about like clarity and alignment, and when things just feel right, and when opportunities present themselves, trusting yourself and your ability to grow your business enough to make a decision.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this isn't the first time that we've had an opportunity for an office space either.
Yeah.
We have gone to look at offices before, and there were periods in time where we were like, we need an office. And then we kept making compromises, AKA we took over more and more of this house. And as you can see, we clearly thought we were going to be here for a while because we just set up this whole studio. Mm-hmm. Like the neon sign is hung. It's in the wall. Yeah. It's got anchors and screws. So like we just did all this. So we thought that we were staying put for a while because we didn't really think that we can afford more than this, to be honest.
No. And I mean, now I feel more confident in being able to afford it, and we'll make it work. We always do. Like, we always make it work. But we've made it work with every financial decision we've made.
Yeah. When we've made rougher financial decisions in the past where we were fronting more money and we were like, we're going to get it back tenfold. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's the important thing too. And that's why I think I felt called this time, where it was like, no, this is the time, not just for chores and more our cleaning business, but also for the Hustle Haven. That was a big factor for us. Mm-hmm. It was, do we need the space right now to grow chores and more? It'll help. I don't think it's necessary. Do we need this space if we want to grow Hustle Haven? Yes. And we really sat down and asked ourselves, if if we truly believe that Hustle Haven and the heart and all of the events we want to put on, if we have enough faith in that, and if we feel empowered enough that we're going to be able to make moves in that, then it's worth the risk, the financial risk. Yeah. And that was ultimately, I think, what made our final decision. It was, we need this to grow the Hustle Haven. Do we have enough faith in ourselves? Do we feel empowered enough that this is what we need to do and that we'll make it happen once we get the space? And it was a no-brainer.
I feel like also another example, because it doesn't always have to be a big financial decision. And I feel like another really good example was launching the Hustle Haven itself.
Yeah.
So, someone could easily say, oh, I can't launch another business. I won't be able to make it work. I won't have the time. I don't know enough, right? Because do I know everything there is to know about owning a business? Certainly not. In fact, I feel like, which I mentioned in the last episode, a big part of our brand is like not knowing a lot.
Yeah.
And just kind of freaking learning as we go and winging it. But I knew that. And I felt, if anything, I feel like I was the one who was like, we need to do this.
You were.
Where I was like, let's go.
Well, every business we start, it's you saying we need to do it and me saying, I don't know. Every business is like that.
That's true. That's how Shores of War started too. But I was like, we need to do this. Like, I'm feeling called to have like a big business that's going to house all of the other stuff, like the heart and even Chores and More is like under that umbrella to a degree. And, this podcast, and like, we want to monetize this podcast. Okay, well, what does that mean? We have to continue to keep growing and taking next level moves. And, I was like, do we offer courses? Yes, why not? I know a fuck ton about Discord and how to use it for your employee communications, and a lot of people don't. So yes, we're going to launch a course about it. And like, I just knew and felt called to do it. I just felt like I love working with other entrepreneurs. And every time one of you guys slides into our inbox and is like, thank you for your episode on this, and thank you for helping me and whatever, I'm like, this is like feeding my soul. This feels right. Is it perfect on paper? Is it logical? Not really. It's a passion project. Is it necessary? No, it's not. We have Chores and More, which is our breadwinner. Mm-hmm. We didn't need that, but it felt right, and we felt called, and it was an alignment situation, and it just kind of, it happened when it needed to happen. And I love it. I love this business.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel jazzed. I feel jazzed to stay after hours, to do what we have to do to make this business work. And I do also think that while it does come from within, there are also ways that you can test if it's aligned or not. You need a sounding board. You need a support system that you can bounce ideas off of. You could journal. You could mind map. I mean, how many times am I like, we're going to make a pros and cons list?
Us and our pros and cons list.
Yeah. You can pray about it. If that's your thing, you can pray about it. And my mom, when we were going back and forth about the office, because she was 100% gung-ho. She was like, I think you guys should get the office. And she knows a lot about what we're doing. She works for Chores and More in the office. So she does know a lot about what we're doing and what our plans are. And she was gung-ho about it. But she said, what is your gut telling you to do? You have to go with your gut, because your gut is the silent voice of God telling you if it's the right move or not. So you need to get that from within, but you also need to pray about it and ask others, not necessarily even for their advice. I don't want to say for their advice, because when you do anything big, and we talk about this a lot, you are going to have the haters drinking the haterade and telling you that you're crazy and it's a bad idea and you've changed and why are you doing so much? Just take a breath, go to the beach. So not necessarily advice, but you need a sounding board.
Yeah.
A supportive sounding board.
Yeah. And once you do that, then it is time to like sit and unplug and get really like internal. And it's a little, Laura and I are a little spoiled because we have each other. And I want to be the first to acknowledge that not everybody has that luxury. And yes, it is a luxury. And so, lean on your support systems and talk to the people who you trust the most and who support you the most, but really take the time to like unplug and let your gut tell you what's going on. And take minutes to yourself. Like Laura said, prayer and journaling. And like, for me, like sometimes my most like amazing thoughts come on a long car ride. Like sometimes I'll just take a car ride. Maybe it's taking a walk with your dog. Whatever it is for you, like you need to allow yourself to hear yourself without background noise. And I think it's also important to like kind of reflect back and remember the small promises that you've kept to yourself and the things that you've done in the past. You know what I mean? And kind of like remember the things you've been able to accomplish or the things that you've been able to do that you're proud of, because that's going to help you feel empowered. It's going to help you feel like, oh yeah, I can fucking do this. Like I have what it takes to do this next thing or to take this next step or to take this leap or whatever it is, no matter how big or small it is.
Yeah. And we did that when we were deciding if we wanted to launch Hustle Haven or not. I had a lot of doubts, and Holly was like, we already own one business. We've already proven to ourselves that we can do it. And I was like, oh shit, you're right.
I know. She,
like, oh wow.
You still be forgetting to this day. Laura's like, I want to own multiple businesses one day. You just said that.
I did.
And I was like, Laura, we do. We own multiple businesses. And she was like, shut the up.
No, we were getting ice cream from the ice cream truck, and I like, my brain is broken now, because once you become an entrepreneur, you think of everything from an entrepreneurial standpoint. Like I'll be in a restaurant and I'm like, I wonder what their average revenue is per day. What's their profit margin? Things like that. So I was like, oh, an ice cream truck. I was like, that'd be a fun business. And then Holly pointed out it would not, because we would eat all the profit. But I literally was like, I want to own multiple businesses. I want to own an ice cream truck. And the ice cream truck driver was like, what businesses do you run? And I was like, oh yeah, we have two.
We have two, baby. We do. So you just need to reflect on the moments that you were right before. And in this case, like we were right when we launched Shores and More.
Mm-hmm.
Like, holy shit, who would have known that it would be what it is today?
No, you would have told me. I would have been like, no.
Even starting that business was like an alignment situation that we were kind of forced into out of
sheer desperation,
crazy life happenings. But like, we still trusted ourselves enough to do it.
And to grow it. Like, I feel like starting it was one thing because we didn't know what it would become, but making the decision to say, oh my goodness, we're going to grow and scale and make this huge. That was almost even more empowering in my mind.
Even when we made the decision to join the mentoring program that we're in now, we were like, we can't afford this. But we're going to freaking figure it out and do it, because at that point we felt empowered enough to grow the business and to make it bigger than what it was, and to make, to really like, I mean, that was investing in our entire future. In our entire future. Like, that's crazy.
Knowing that we could succeed if we implemented. That's the other thing too. Like, you can pay for a coaching program, and but at the end of the day, you have to put your money where your mouth is. And that's a whole nother story.
We had to change a lot of shit. Like a lot. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And Laura was like, I think we should do it. And I was like, I'm not doing it. And it took a lot of like, it did take, I will say, a lot of things beyond our like control, you know, but not everything, you know? And so, yeah, you really just need to trust yourself and trust when you've been right in the past, and, you know, like reflect on when you've been right in the past, and unplug and really like meditate or pray, or, you know, whatever it is, like whatever it is that's going to help you. And, you know, it does start from within. It really does. And, you know, other people will validate and they'll help empower you. I really think that there is power in community, and we'll definitely cover that in another episode, but it does have to start in here. And if you're not watching, I'm like, is my hand on the camera? It is. But if you're, if you're only listening, I'm pointing to my heart and myself.
Yeah. And you have to feel 100% confident in that decision as well, because while Holly was the one that pushed for us to start the Hustle Haven, while I was the one that pushed, no, I think this office is the one, we both have to feel 100% right about that decision before finally making the decision. Because if you don't, you're not going to feel aligned. You're not going to feel like it's the right move. If both of us weren't 100% in alignment that this is the office for us, is it perfect? Is it every single thing we wanted? No, but it's pretty damn close. And I feel really good about this opportunity. If we didn't both feel that way and we weren't in 100% agreement, we would walk into that office and it would have sucked all the joy out of it. But now instead, we're literally going shopping for office stuff right after we're done with this podcast recording.
I know.
That's how excited we are.
I want to get the freak off of here. No, I'm kidding. But I think that one thing, and I have it written here. It's a quote, not like a quote by anybody, but it's something in our notes here. And it says this. It says, if it lights you up, it's not a coincidence.
I love that.
So good.
I love that.
So good.
The problem is it so much lights us up.
I know.
So much lights us up.
We're like this neon sign. We are constantly lit the freak up.
And then like you're lit up, and then like I like top you, and then you top me with
we're
the
like
energy.
a damn Christmas tree.
And then Ashley brings us back down to earth.
You keep banning the strings around the tree, and then all of a sudden the star on the top is lit, and you're like, oh my god! And then and then the fuse blows. That's Ashley.
That's
saying,
Ashley.
Like, girl, calm down.
Yeah.
But no, seriously.
But even she was about the office.
She was very excited, and she really does feel, even, like sometimes Laura and I will both be kind of spiraling, and we'll be like, I'm going to puke. I'm like so uncomfortable. And she's like, we got this. Great things are on the horizon and great things are coming. So she feels the empowerment too. And I think that there is something to be said in like the fact that we are able to empower each other. Like, you're not going to receive that unless you're doing it to others as well. So I just think, but again, you're not going to be able to empower people without like doing it with yourself too. So like, it's just all kind of like a spinning wheel, like a cog in the machine, right? Like, it's all just, it all works together. And, you just need to take time to really like thank yourself and like, be like, oh yeah, I'm pretty friggin' amazing. And then, start there and, take a mental inventory of like all the amazing things you've done and all the times you were right. And all the times you maybe made a decision that worked out in your favor that you didn't really like, plan on or like reflect on or like really study, I guess, and, yeah, that's pretty much all I have.
Yeah. I also want to add one more thing because I'm reflecting on empowering ourselves and how we've empowered ourselves to make these crazy decisions, crazy bold decisions.
I know, right?
But by doing this, it's a snowball effect because by making all these crazy decisions we have made, we actually also empower others because we empower others through this podcast, through the Hustle Haven, through the Heart, through our office. We are empowering our employees to say, wow, they're taking a next step up. They're investing in this business. They're investing in us.
Oh,
I mean, the things that Holly has talked about wanting to do to the employee lounge is crazy.
I'm just saying a massage chair is a great idea.
She's like, we can bring in a full-time masseuse and just sweetest massages and
that would be perfect.
Cheese platter every day.
Love it. I love a good charcuterie board. Perfect. Sign us up.
Oh God.
Can we barter for it? No. Inside joke.
Probably.
That's a new thing. I just want to barter for everything.
Oh yeah.
We got to do an episode on bartering, but anyway.
Yeah, we definitely will. But yeah, through empowering yourself and taking that deep reflective time and reflective work, you're also going to be amazed at how you can empower others through your decisions.
Yeah, you're right. Like it kind of like us moving into the office, that's not necessarily just for the employees. Like, obviously, yes, but like it's a decision we made through self-empowerment that's now going to be like, they're going to be like, oh my God, they really have faith in us and they want to provide us with all this cool stuff and they want to give us a massage chair and a charcuterie board.
Oh my goodness, okay, I shouldn't have said anything.
But at the very least, like there'll be a cool little lounge area in there for them to hang out in, and we'll have our meetings in there, and we're planning on leveling those up because we'll have the bigger space to like do fun stuff in there. And so it just kind of like, it's a compound effect.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It definitely is.
Like, it's just, it'll, and and then now we're going to be able to empower the fellow entrepreneurs in our community by having people over there and maybe like lunch and learns and all of these other things that we can do at the Heart. And like, it's all just kind of going to blow up, and I'm just so excited. What emoji are they going to leave in the
good question.
episode announcements, whether you're seeing it on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn or TikTok? I don't care. Wherever you are, what are they going to leave?
What emoji has to do with moving? Or like I would say an office, but
is there like, what about like the stack of books?
Ooh, the stack
you
of
keep
books.
A stack of books in an office.
Oh yeah, I'm going to keep a stack of books.
There might also be a box emoji, but...
I like the books. Very specific. Yeah, leave a stack of books if you have listened to the end so that we know that you were here and that you got all the tea on the office, because we have not announced this. So you're getting it first, exclusive juicy goss.
Yes. Yes. The tea has been spilled. Enjoy. Sip up.
Yes. We haven't even told, we haven't told anybody. We haven't told our employees yet. The only one employee knows because, well, technically two, if you count Steve.
Yes.
But Holly's boyfriend spilled the beans to one employee and we had to be like, shh, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, because we're going to make it a big announcement at our next meeting, which is in 2 weeks, I believe. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's all very exciting stuff. So,
yes.
You know.
And we'll keep you along for the journey because we are redoing this office like crazy. We're painting, we're ripping up the carpets, putting on floors. We're doing so much stuff to it. So we plan to document the whole process as we do. So we will take you along for the ride.
Yeah, so make sure you tune in, follow us. Socials are down below. You know the drill. And be sure to leave us them 5 stars because I've been shamelessly asking because y'all have been quiet. So make sure you leave us those 5 stars wherever you are listening. And we will see you next week.